thank you to our sponsor, MBA Growth Partners.
Welcome to Studio 501c3. I'm your host, Kim Jones, CEO of the Nonprofit Village, which is a capacity builder for nonprofit organizations. Our show features nonprofits that provide essential programs and services and are designated as 501c3 by the IRS because they provide public benefit. In many cases, your donations to these organizations are tax deductible. We are also a proud partner of Montgomery Community Media, and MCM is your public access resource that provides a variety of information and programs relevant to Montgomery County. On today's episode, I have the pleasure of talking with Mr. Chih-Hsiang Li, the CEO of the Chinese Culture and Community Service Center. The center programs enhance the quality of life and well-being of Chinese Americans and the community at large. Mr. Li, thank you and welcome to the show today.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Great. So let's get started. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the programs, because there is such a wide variety of programs and activities that you offer in the community. And that community is definitely larger than Montgomery County. It's not just Montgomery County based, but this is where you happen to be headquartered.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Over the years of the development of CCACC, we have adult day healthcare center, which takes care of the seniors. We pick them up and come to the center for 4 hours, provide a breakfast and meal and all kinds of activities. In addition, we'll also send them to their family physician if necessary, or specialists. The second major program is called home care. We have approximately about 80 caregiver. They will go to the seniors' home to take care of them, of their daily life. Some of them a couple hours, some of them more. It all depends on their care plan for each senior. The fourth operation is currently being developed, but it's has a great strength in there. It's a CCACC Health Center, which will provide the whole spectrum of health services for the community. We start out as a volunteer clinic to provide a safety net under the Montgomery County, PCC. And we're probably one of the smallest, but we gradually moved to a position right now. We even have the only community clinic to provide vaccination for the community. Oh. So that's a
and is
unique.
That for everyone in the community, or?
Yes, it's okay. It's open for everybody.
Okay, and where is that located?
It's at the headquarters.
It's at the headquarters. Okay.
Yeah, and we are currently still doing vaccination.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's important. All of these healthcare issues are just so critical. Learning to everything really relies on your health. Learning, working, being productive. If you don't have your health, the quality of life for everything else is really diminished. So these range of health programs are really important.
And also, we're one of the major clinic to provide a hepatitis B testing and cure. Okay. So that's funded by Montgomery County government.
Okay.
The fourth operation is really a pure, really nonprofit operation. It's the art gallery. We basically provide a platform for the Chinese community, also the community at large, for them to display their artwork.
And that I didn't know about. I had not heard about the art program. So is that something that you're also doing at the headquarters, or do you have?
Yeah, we have about 2,500 square feet of spaces for the gallery. And each year we provide about 8 exhibitions, and every one of them we provide the reception free of charge for the exhibitors. And this has been an excellent, service for the community, because we heard the feedback from the community are all very, very positive. And
yeah, well, some of the things that I have known about over the years is the programs that you offer where you're teaching English classes. You have sports camps, I think, for youth. I know that there has been in the past, I'm not sure if you still do this, but I think at one time there was tax preparation.
yeah, we're still doing that.
You're still doing that? Okay.
So the fifth, number 5, the operations is a unit we just acquired last May. It's called Ccecc Academy. We provide daycare service, after school care, summer camp, and eventually we'll develop into the career development program.
Wow.
This is located on Key West.
Okay.
And we have about 24,000 square feet of space.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to talk a little bit more about that. And then I'm going to want to talk a little bit more also about how you help new Americans learn to navigate local systems. So we're going to take a brief break. And then when we come back, we can learn a little bit more about those programs, especially the 24,000 square foot property that you have, and the services that are provided by Ccacc. So Studio 501c3 on Montgomery Community Media will be right back.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
COVID-19 has hit our community real hard.
We're dying from coronavirus at almost double the national rate.
If we come together, we have the power to save what matters to us, our Black lives.
There's power in protecting your loved ones.
There's power in wearing a mask and social distancing.
There's power in knowing the facts and using your voice.
Let's fight COVID-19. Visit bethepowerofus.org.
Welcome back to Studio 501c3, where we feature exceptional nonprofit programs in Montgomery County. I have the pleasure of talking with Mr. Chih-Hsiang Li, the CEO of the Chinese Culture and Community Service Center. So as before the break, you were mentioning the very large facility over in, is Key West, in Rockville, Gaithersburg?
Yeah,
area?
Rockville.
Okay, so tell us a little bit more about what's going on there with the whole education program.
Yeah, during the pandemic, the original operation was basically put us to a stop. So we had the fortune and the opportunity to acquire the asset of the previous owner. So now we're providing probably over 30 young kids,
Mhm.
daycare, and also over 60 after school. We have school buses from Montgomery County
Mhm.
to pick up some of the students. We also have our bus fleet to pick up additional students.
And I've seen your bus fleet. So that that reminds me, you actually, because you just mentioned that you're doing this in partnership with MCPS and you're using some of their buses as well. What other, I know you have other partnerships and organizations that you partner with or work with in the community. Can you share a little bit about how those organizations support your work?
Yes, actually, we are the only Chinese organization who has a physical facilities.
Mhm.
So we are always open to all the community users and different organizations. We would like to provide free spaces for their board meeting or any kind of activities. So we work with more than 50 different organizations in the area
Mhm.
over various programs. I just want to mention our last part of the operation is called community services. We just
Okay.
changed the name, and basically it's renting out all the spaces we have available, and also the ESO program you mentioned earlier.
Mhm.
And this year, suddenly, the ESO program is so popular that before we only have like in the 20s, now it's in the 50s and 60s. So we're very proud of that service. Besides VITA, the
Is that
preparation,
program available free of charge to the participants? Or do they pay the ESOL program?
no, actually it's free.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we were funded by McKell
Okay.
every year. Yeah.
Right. Excellent program. Right.
And
Right.
then under that community service, we also have the volleyball camp, which is very famous. One of the great coach, Coach Cho, is very famous around, especially in the Chinese community.
Mhm.
So we have very good volleyball program.
Good. So we only have about a minute or so left before we have to end the show. But are there programs that you are planning for the future? Are you looking at expanding in any way? What is it that you can tell us about what's to come, in the future?
I think the most ambitious one is still we try to expand the health center to include pharmacies, mental health counseling, and also physical therapy. All those services are needed by the community.
And that really is a great way to round out. I mean, it's a more holistic approach when you have all of those allied health programs together. So that's very exciting. I know people can go to your website and donate. They can learn about the programs and everything else. So when you want more information on the center, you can visit their website at ccacc.org. We've come to the end of our time, but I'm glad we had the chance to learn about the programs of the Chinese Culture and Community Service Center. Mr. Li, thank you so much for spending this time with us and sharing so much information.
You are very welcome.
Great. I'm Kim Jones. Thanks for watching today, and we'll see you on the next episode of Studio 501c3.